let's transition off. What game you guys? I'm gonna save the Bayern and Barcelona game for last.
So let's talk about City and
So let's talk about the City. Like, which one do you get? Okay, let's talk about the City game.
Nah, you know what? I think all jokes aside, despite the scoreline between the Bayern and Barca, I think Lyon really caused an upset.
Mm-hmm.
I really think so.
Oh yeah, they did.
I saw the scoreline. I think Lyon. Come on. I didn't think Lyon was going to win in the million. I never thought
same here. I thought this year was going to be Bayern and what you call it, City the next game, which is the semi, and then that would have been like another final. And I was still rooting for Bayern anyway.
I think Lyon pulled an upset. That's what.
Definitely.
I'm
right with that.
Let me ask you guys this: why does Pep always seem to overdo things in like the big games?
No,
like why is it
overthinking?
Correct.
He overthinks.
Because before you guys go, right, this is like Zidane. The reason why Zidane won 3 Champions Leagues is not because he's the most tactically genius person, but he knows the players that he has, and he's knows the quality that he has. He's like, yo, you guys go out there and just play. We're not changing the formation. We're not changing the tactics just to accommodate the other team. It's Lyon, man. They're 7th in the Ligue 1. We're like, just go out there and play. The fact that he didn't have Mahrez, David Silva, Foden, all of them sitting on the bench. And these are players that carry you throughout the season in Champions League. Like, I do not understand why he keeps doing that. What is his issue?
And it wasn't even listen, the whole Pep thing, it wasn't even about the player selection, the formation he played. Because now you playing 3 back. Something you've not done. I mean, because I had people saying he only played that system 3 times the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you played over 50 games and this particular formation you've only played 3 times, why would you play it in the most crucial game of your season? I don't get it. I don't
remember how to play it. That's the
whole point. And then you play and see. No, I mean, come on. You have Otamendi and Stones. We all know they are not. They are not good defenders. But why would you play Garcia, 19-year-old, right? In the most crucial game of your season? I don't know why he made that.
The fact that he decided to choose Garcia in the starting lineup instead of Mahrez or David Silva, like that's something like Simeone would do. Like what is?
And then you playing Cancelo at left back. Really?
I mean that one. Okay, so the Cancelo one, right? The Cancelo one, I will defend him on that because at the left side, both Zinchenko and Mendy are both trash. Both of them are not good enough. So he had to go to the next guy that he can trust because Mendy, it has as much mistakes in him. As good as he is going forward, defensively, he's not good enough.
Exactly.
And Zinchenko is the same way. They're all going forward, but they just defensively they're not good enough. Cancelo is actually a good balanced defender that he kind of trusted, which I understand why.
I see. You made a good point saying that Mendy is good going forward, but Pep, your game plan is always to hold the ball, have possession, because so most of the time he doesn't feel the pressure in his defense, right? So why don't he go with the same way he plays all the time? Have Mendy in the team, and then just keep possession and just attack. I think he was just focusing on defense. And that's how come everything was messed up.
Yeah, but he's playing Lyon. Like I understand.
Exactly. So why are you playing defense? Why are you focused on the defense?
Daniel,
I think Pep gave too much respect to Lyon.
Yeah,
talks more about Lyon than himself because I mean, take a look at your team, Pep. I mean, outside all the defensive problems and all that, I mean, going forward, you have a really good team. So at least you should probably have something to work with. He overthought. He gave too much respect to the opponents. And sometimes when you do that, your opponents will probably have some confidence.
Yeah.
And I think from the moment Lyon saw, I'm sure from the moment they saw the formation and probably the players on the pitch too, I think they actually got some confidence because one, I mean, they are playing a formation that they haven't actually played. I mean,
yeah, like 3 times out of 50. That's ridiculous. Even let me let you go because I think we lost Daniel.
So yeah, back to that whole matter. I also feel like I saw, like, all jokes aside.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Daniel, we can.
Yeah, Daniel. Okay, yeah, continue. I think you're cutting off. That's why. So let me hold on. Yeah, Evan, go ahead.
As you guys stated clearly, like he overly overly respected of his opponent, meaning that he set up in a way that hey, I'm going to probably play to the final whistle and potentially play extra time if I have to. That's how I saw the whole approach, and I feel like based on what had happened with Barca, that kind of put fear in him because he didn't want to embarrass himself playing against Bayern, which potentially can destroy you.
No, you playing Lyon.
No. What I don't think you guys getting the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is this: if he should go one against Lyon, his next opponent is Bayern. He's trying to avoid the upset that's coming against him.
So you think he intentionally lost the game to Lyon?
That's how I feel.
No,
Dude, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Go ahead.
Because look, the way Bayern is playing. The way Bayern is playing,
the guy
if they catch anyone, they're going to murder anyone.
No, you really think?
That's how I feel.
That's
how I feel, dude.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's my theory around it, though. Like, that's my theory.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, I had a lot of people saying that. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Why would he lose to Lyon because he's scared to face Bayern? I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
I think so. That's how I see it.
Lyon, he's the best actor I've ever seen because that guy in the touchline did not look like he wanted to lose to Lyon. I'm sorry. The way that he was going back and forth, and
especially when Stanley missed that chance.
Oh yeah, that was a clear chance.
We should have seen him. I mean,
go ahead. We lost you over there.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I mean, he gave too much respect to the team. I mean, let's say that you're a coach, like you are facing Man City, and Man City has actually changed their formation because of you. You go like, oh, okay, they are probably, I mean, scared of us. So probably at least it gives us some confidence, okay, going into the game. So I think that mentality actually changed, especially for the Lyon players coming into the game, and they were so organized. I mean, the whole team actually gave.
Yeah.
Now, Rudy Garcia is a well-organized coach. So the way he played against Juve and all that. But then, come on, this is Man City. This is not Juventus. This is Man City. So I don't know why he played that way. I don't know why he was scared. I just don't understand. It's just, come on. And to lose 3-1?
Listen, the fact that the guy has not made it to the semi-final since he's been at City with all the trophies that he's won. Like, is he okay? So there's a lot of instances that went on in the game that I want to touch on. So that second goal that Moussa Dembele scored, that was a foul, right?
That's a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. That was a foul.
My question with VAR is, what are they doing? Like, if somebody, it doesn't have to be intentional. If I'm running and I get tripped over by the same guy that went on and scored, that's a foul. It doesn't have to be an intentional trip. I'm waiting for like an explanation. I haven't seen any explanation on there, but if I'm Man City, I am pissed off for that goal.
And have you realized that? Have you realized that during these European championships, the Champions League and the Europa League, the VAR is kind of a little bit sluggish? You guys realize that? They don't really check. They don't like. I just think they should have checked it. I don't know if they checked it or not.
They have to because they check every goal, and this is what they did. They checked the offside to see if
they were focused on the offside. That's the problem.
They also checked the foul, and the fact that they did not give a foul for that baffles me.
It was a foul.
So, they checked though. They checked, but they didn't give it.
How so? That's a foul.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish they had somebody there to like give us an explanation of what happened because that did not make any sense. Like, I'm looking at it and I actually thought like this was gonna go call back. Like, if I'm Man City, I am pissed off because if last year same thing happened against Tottenham where they lost when it was like a handball but it wasn't a handball, and then the Liverpool game it was some VAR calls. Like, they feel like they're not very lucky.
But this really had nothing to do with VAR. They should have won the game. That's it. Sterling should have scored.
Yeah.
And come on, because they lost 3-1.
Yeah.
So at this point,
okay, you can.
And it wasn't their day. That's it. It wasn't their day.
Yeah.
So let's transition off, I guess, to the last game of probably the biggest shock. And I don't know who.
I don't think it's a shock.
It's not shock.
It's not a shock.
You're not shocked that they won
line. Fine.
In A2, I'm not shocked that they won A2.
Come on.
I wasn't expecting
line, but not.
it's not a shock.
It's a shock.
It's not a shock.
It's never happened before.
Win, Jeffrey, not the win.
Wait.
No, not the win. The scoreline. It's surprising.
Fine, but not the win.
No.
Not the win. We're talking about the scoreline.
Scoreline. I'm not everybody here picked Bayern. I'm talking about the scoreline.
Yeah, it's a shock.
Daniel, what happened? Like, what happened to Barcelona? Why? What happened?
I think, from the set goal, I think Bayern was really attacking. And I think looking at the speed that Bayern attacks with, and looking at, Barcelona's defense. Look at the defenders that Barca actually has right now. The age difference and talking about the speed that Bayern actually attacked with. I think they couldn't cope from the set goal. Do you get it? So I think it actually started from there. And they couldn't cope with Bayern defense right from the whistle. And I think it actually went on, and anytime Bayern attacks, they look threatening compared to the age difference. The speed, Barca just couldn't cope. Barca's defense just couldn't cope with Bayern's speed of attack. I think that's what I can actually say from the first whistle. They just couldn't cope with a wave of attack.
Yeah, Barca looked slow. They looked like they weren't interested. They looked like they look like a team that was just ready to go home. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
This is Barcelona we're talking about.
But if we want to focus our mind back to 4 seasons ago, they've been losing in this manner in the Champions League. I don't know if you guys can recall. 4-0 against PSG in France. Then they lost to Roma. 3. They lost to Liverpool. 4. So it's like it's been coming. The team. I think it comes from the board. Okay, because you have over 30-year-olds. About 5 of them. You have Messi 33. At this point, Messi and I wouldn't even consider Schreier world class at this point because he's a great striker, but Messi is the only 33-year-old in the team that is world class. Now you have Piqué. Piqué is done. We all know Piqué is done. We know Vidal. Come on, Vidal is done. He's 33 years old. Yeah. You have Suarez in the team. So you have so many old players in the team. Now the only good player that is Barca-like is De Jong, right? You have De Jong in the team. You signed Dembele, who's missed more games than played. You have Griezmann, who doesn't fit in the Barca system. So and he didn't even play.
Coutinho, who you loaned out.
Exactly. So it's so much going on in the Barca, whatever. But as you said, they lost hope. They gave up earlier on. Because first it was 4-1. The game was over. And even the goal they scored wasn't even scored by their own player.
Yeah.
So that should even tell you the game was done. The game was over. And I don't think you can blame the coach for this. It's just the team needs a whole rebuild. Because
I tell you what, and before I let you go, Eben, I was one of those guys that were Valverde out because I was like, this team does not have any energy. They had nothing going for him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. The whole squad is they just need a whole. They just need a renovation in the whole squad. And this is a team that has spent money. This is not a team where they haven't been spending. The amount of money they have spent. I'm gonna put a picture of how much they spent on this video. It's a staggering amount. Where did all that money? Like, what happened? Are they buying? Are they not buying the right players? Or what's going on?
But look at it. You sign, and no disrespect to Kevin Prince-Boateng. Okay, you signed Kevin Prince-Boateng. You signed what's the other guy's name? You signed Malcolm. You signed Braithwaite, or whatever his name is. Right? How are you signing these players? This is Barcelona we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about one of the most elite teams in the world.
Yeah.
And you're signing Prince-Boateng, who is, come on, he's done at this point.
And a year later, you're signing Braithwaite.
And you sign Paulinho and all that. Like, what is going on with the Barca board? I think it has to do with the board, I suppose, because Messi's been crying out loud for help all this while. He's been talking about we need help, we need this. He's been talking about this for a long time, and nothing is changing. So I think what needs to happen now after the 8-2 defeat, because I think this is their highest defeat in over 60 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's bad. That's really bad. So I don't know.
So to the point that you made, Yaga, talking about like a couple of seasons ago, they've been losing 4-0, 4-3 games and stuff like that. Yeah. That adds up to what I was saying earlier on, that it's not a surprise to me for them losing this game. But even at a bigger margin, it's not a surprise to me, based on, again, what has happened in the past. Imagine those even in the second leg. That would have been a much more larger margin as to what we just saw today. Mm-hmm. So I think, again, the points that you guys have made so far, which is, again, finding the right players to fit in the system, is the most important thing that they need to focus on this summer, if they even have time to do that. And also with the whole, well, I think I might digress, but it's just a thought. I'm just going to put it out there. With the whole Pochettino not aim for Barca, that can be something down the line they should consider. But the main thing right now that they need to focus on is getting the right players that fit into the system, and the players that are kind of washed off, the 30-year-olds and whatnot, just let them go. Yeah, without letting them go, you're stuck with the same thing that you're going to see again. Next season, Champions League, you're going to be losing more than 8-2.
Well, so let me put a question out to you guys, right? I'm throwing out. So there's a lot of speculation going on about Messi and all that stuff. Just a simple yes or no. So a two-part question. That I'm going to start with you. If you're a Messi, so let me ask. Do you think Messi will ask for like a transfer, or will be transferred to another team on his request? Yes or no?
On his request?
Yeah, like Messi will put in a transfer request where he's gonna want to play for another team, and then so I guess this coming season he's gonna play for another team.
I think Messi putting out the requests, I don't see it coming, or I don't think Messi will do that. But if Messi does that, I mean, the Barca board will have no option than probably also let him go. Do you get what I'm saying?
If I ask you right now, there's a Barcelona. Do you guys see Barcelona in the next 2-3 years winning the Champions League? I'm sure I know all you guys will say no.
No, I don't see it.
If you are so Daniel, if you are Messi, do you stay and hope that the board will fix this, or do you kind of like move on and go to another team like Ronaldo did and try to win your last Champions League or something?
I mean, Messi's relationship with Barcelona, we all know that is a different sort of relationship altogether. So I think Messi is actually going to stay for probably a season, and if he actually sees that it's the same thing that is actually going on, mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a goodbye. To Barca.
Is this something where he's going to end up transferring to another team? Do you think is that what's going to happen? Part one of the question, and then part two. If you're Messi, what do you do with your career? That you're 33 years old and looks like time is running out.
I don't think Messi's going to leave. I think he's going to stay. He's going to stay at Barca for one more season. But then the funny thing is, does he have the time? He doesn't have time. Next year, he's going to be 34 years old. Mm-hmm. So if you really want to win another Champions League, I don't think he has the time. But I think he's going to stay. I mean, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. And if he's going to go, where is he going to? City?
Yeah.
What about you? So what?
If I was Messi, I'm leaving. I want to win another Champions League. I want to win another Champions League. So I'm leaving.
But Evan, go ahead. Same question.
So if I was in Messi's shoes, I'm not staying definitely. Although I have gained a lot of experience playing with this team for the major part of my career. I'm not going to stay. I'm going to leave. Looking at this upcoming season, I feel like his demands should be met. Whatever he's asking for him to basically bring on his A game each and every game next coming season should be given to him. That way, if he's not winning the Champions League next year, we can actually be like, hey, it's your fault right now. It's not the team's fault. It's your fault. Listen. So that's what we should do. I mean,
hey man, at this point, Messi can't win Champions League alone by himself with his Barca team.
Correct, but that's what happened. But this is what I said. This is what I said. He cannot win Champions League alone by himself. But whoever he wants on his team to help him win the Champions League, the board should make it available for him. That's what I said.
And the board is already doing that.
Listen, Messi has a lot of his fingerprints on a lot of players that's coming in. I don't think the board is just. I'm sure they're getting Messi's input and signing these players that are not working out. So I don't think
I don't think so.
Chris Barton? I don't think so. These recent signings, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But you don't think Messi went to the board and said, "Give me Braithwaite"?
No, I don't think he said Prince Boateng. Like, come on.
Give me
I don't think so.
That's why he's clearly having issues with Abidal
exactly.
and other people because they don't. How you bring it in Prince Boateng? What's the guy's name again? Brett what?
Listen. Messi saw Prince Boateng. Ghana walk up highlights. He's like, "Give me that guy." That guy is.
How is he asking for Laturo Martinez and you give him Braithwaite or whatever his name is? How?
So I'm guessing you guys are picking Bayern to beat Lyon. No more upsets for Lyon.
I mean, listen.
I mean,
you know the funny thing. Lyon, listen. The game against City, they only had 9 touches in City's area. 9. And they scored 3 goals. The way they are playing, I don't know. I don't know.
Listen. I honestly,
Bayern. Bayern can play the same way they played against
Chelsea
and Barca. They're not because Lyon is not going to allow them to play that way. They have to change the way they're playing. They can't play that same way because it's not going to work for them.
So can I say something real quick? So Yagi, you just said that they have to change the way they play. So was it safe for Guardiola to change the way he played based on what he observed from Lyon? That's the point right there.
No, listen. But listen, the way City plays, City holds the ball. Bayern runs with the ball. It's two different things. City keeps the ball. Bayern runs with the ball. So it's two different things. But Lyon, you can't run with the ball with them because they're sitting back waiting for you. So you have to change your approach. I don't think he's going to change the players playing, but I think he's going to bring, what's his name, Kimmich to the midfield and then play, because Pavard is coming back. So he's going to play Pavard right back. You have to change the way you play, because if you play the same way you played against Barca and what's the other team they played, and Chelsea, I don't think it's going to work.
I 1,000% disagree, because listen, let me tell you something. Bayern, you play how you play, because there's nobody that has been able to stop you. And I'm not going to buy into this notion that all of a sudden Lyon is this masterclass of a defensive team because they were able to hold Manchester City. Manchester City, real. Any other day, they would have won that game. Like any other day, they could have. That Sterling miss, if that goes in, they would have won that game.
But we saying that.
Wait. So I don't think Bayern Munich needs to change how they play just to accommodate Lyon.
Because I'm saying that because we've been saying this about City. Oh, any other day they would have won. 3 semifinals or 3 quarterfinals ago, any other day they would have won. Any other day. That. I mean, I think they have to change it, because you really think Bayern is going to run the ball the same way they did with Barca and Chelsea? You think so?
Listen, I don't think.
Well, they will. I believe so, because Alphonso Davies is going to just kill everybody that way.
That game is going to be boring. I mean, I think it's going to be a boring game.
No.
Let's see what happens. Okay. It's going to be a boring game. If I'm Lyon, I'm not coming out, because I'm not coming out. If I'm really
Lyon won't come out.
They're not.
Yeah, but Lyon won't come out. But that doesn't also mean Bayern doesn't have enough players to unlock their defense. This is not a Maldini-led Lyon defense here, guys.
Let's see what happens, because Lyon.
Let's talk about breaks. They were set for a reason. All of a sudden,
you getting the 7th. Now they're semifinals, bro. The semifinals. They don't care about that 7th thing. They don't care about that.
So let's ask you guys real quick so that we can wrap the Champions League up. So, Evan, who do you have winning the Champions League?
Bayern. And my final prediction is, again, Bayern PSG in the final. Bayern is winning it.
Yeah, I got
PSG.
PSG winning? Lyon?
I think I'm going to go with PSG as well.
Wow. I'm actually surprised. I think this is Bayern written all over it. I don't see how any... I mean, PSG also have a great team, but that Bayern team is a machine, man. So, we'll see what happens.
All right. Next Sunday, we'll know.
Yeah, we'll know. It's coming real